I'm actually so hungry. I'm gonna eat after this. All right. So yes, we are at Tangle and Boggs Brewery, and as I've said, you pulled up at the table. Live music is playing, exciting atmosphere, dim lighting, and you are set with a menu, which is very unusual for this particular area. You're usually used to a face-to-face, presentation of everything. But the waiter comes around. He goes, "Fine, sirs. What can I start you off with some drinks? Would you like anything to drink?"
Good.
Can I have a Coke? No, I'm just kidding.
Coke and rum.
Jed'll
You okay?
Jed'll think about it, and then he'll be like, and then he'll look over at Xander, and Xander, I'm guessing at this point, is like on the
he's
bar.
getting there.
We've been there for
music. He's like,
5 minutes, and we're like, damn, dude, what the heck?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, and Jed'll be like, it's been a rough ride. And I look at Daniel and like nod his head and be like, I'll take a whiskey. Neat.
Be the same.
Absolutely. No, I can do that. Now, let it be known that we also, Tangle and Boggs, we have the finest brews on the island if you are interested in any of those. Not quite as hard as whiskey, but they are quite good if I do say so myself. Just to think about them, I'll still get you those whiskeys if you would like. They're going to be 5 gold each. I can get you we have a splendid light white ale. We also have a chestnut draft, and of course we have our T&B brew. It is the best on the island. It truly is. Do any of those tickle your fancy by the slightest?
I'll get a T&B with dinner.
Very well, very well. We can do that, sir. And I'll just go ahead and scratch the whiskey off. It's on us today. Don't worry about that.
Oh,
what about you, sir? Do you want to change up your drink? Do you want to stick with just the whiskey?
I'll stick with the whiskey.
Understood. Now, on today's menu, we have 4 selections, varying prices, of course. We have a red on red. It's a red snapper fried up with sweet potato wedges, also fried. Very, very good. We have, bless you, we have Tangle's tater, very large potato slathered in a vegetable-based butter, herbs all over it. Very good, very filling. Of course, we have my favorite, Boggs Brat, a fruit and vegetable-based bratwurst covered in sauce, maple smoked. Very nice. Lastly, we have smoked crab cake platter. As you can imagine, large crab right off our coast. Very local, very fresh. It will fill you up. Any of those sound good?
I'll get the Boggs and Brat.
Very good, very good. We have 1 box of brat.
I'll have the potato.
Right, and 1 tater. All right. So that's going to bring you, sir, points to Daniel. That's going to be 25 gold total. And what do you know? It's actually going to be 25 for you as well, sir, total.
Cool.
Right. So go ahead and scratch that off of y'all's things. He goes, "I'll be right back with those. You just wait around, enjoy the music, enjoy the atmosphere, all right?"
All right.
He gets up and walks over and starts kind of getting stuff ready for you. Hamill is sitting there and he's examining the table, and he goes, "Wouldn't you know it, but that drunken sod over there at the bar used to take him here. Granted, he was far too young to be in, didn't need to be in this atmosphere, but kids his age didn't need to be on the streets either, you know?"
Yeah. I do know. I've seen it. At least you kept him off the streets. That is a good thing.
Me and Rasha, we probably could have done better, but he's still with us. He's still alive, yeah?
I've seen plenty of kids far worse off than him. I'm glad he had someone, not only a father, but he had he had a father and a mother figure in his life. That not many people can get that, so it's good that you supplied him with one.
You know, we took in many boys off the streets over the years and raised them best we could, but unfortunately our ways happen to be less than ideal by moral standards. But when he and Austin came around, we couldn't send them away. They became
Austin.
family.
Who's that?
Yes, I was going to mention. It looked like sorry to poke around. I didn't really poke around. It was right there on the mantle, but there was a photo or a
Oh,
painting. Excuse me, I don't know what a photo is. Of of Xander and a boy who looked just like Xander with a scar on his face. A scar that I seem to recall have seen not too long ago.
yes. Remember it also.
Yes. Well, the man you described when you first came to the house about being pursued, known as Mulgaran the Mower. He seems to do Aomaki's bidding, kind of his hunting dog, if you will. Goes around and brings back his prizes as he's told, but he wasn't always that way. This is, of course, I am actually, believe it or not, I'm guessing, but I as well have noticed the scar on his face, and I know that scar very well. When Xander came to us a long time ago, he walked in with another boy. Boy's bleeding from the face profusely, and we sealed up the wound and took them in as our own. Xander, now, at first he was a good boy, and for the most part he was hesitant to the life of crime, so to speak, but he adapted. Well, Austin, he ate at our table, he stayed in our house, but as soon as he was old enough, he was out and began working for Silver City as a general. And well, whenever the curse fell, it seems that the employment for generals were no longer needed, and neither was he. Whatever events happened to him, he's not the same as he was. My heart breaks for that boy, but he's not family anymore. Does Xander know what you two have recognized?
We haven't spoken with him about it yet.
I believe he was knocked out before he took off his helmet. So he might have actually missed it. I'm glad he didn't see him in that state. We did rough him up pretty bad. Unsure if we killed him, but
Well, if you didn't kill him, rest assured he will be back. And he will be stronger than the last time. From what I've seen, whenever he hunts his prey, he adapts, he learns. In fact, he, in a way, seems to enjoy losing battles because he knows he'll improve. He always was one to give it his best. But Xander, the poor boy, he's been through a lot. He's far from perfect, and I know he can be impulsive and reckless at times, but believe me, the boy's been troubled, and I hope that no time soon he will recognize his foe for who he may be. I don't believe his heart's ready for that.
I didn't think it was my place to tell him either.
Understandable. Will you guys both roll perception checks for me, please?
Oh, poop.
Ooh, my neck.
Gross.
Unnatural 20.
I will tell you mine. Poop. What was it?
Perception.
Perception.
Poop. 11.
Nice. Daniel, you, and this is not a overly exciting perception roll for either of you, but Daniel, you're just taking everything in, and you're looking around you at the bar, and you examine Xander drinking, and very, very loose, to say the least. He's rocking around to the music, and the Raven is flapping around on his shoulder, trying to keep balance. And it's funny. It's funny, and but you notice he's had a lot of drinks, and that he will absolutely be out soon. You also hear that the band on stage, they seem to be coming to the end of their set, and the songs that they're playing, you recognize a couple of them as being songs from very popular when you were younger back in Lexidar, and it makes you smile. It also makes you a little sad, and you think of Lexidar, and you think of you think of your mother, and this feeling hits you where you're well. How about you tell me? When you're thinking about all these things as the music is playing, what's going through Daniel's mind?
Unsureness. That's the best way to put it. The future. Slight bit of sadness. What I've been through, what's currently going on.
Yeah, understandable. Well,
But hope for the future.
well said. Well said. Jay. I'll wait till you're ready and everything. But oof. Oh my gosh, my jaw.
Right, yeah, what?
You're
Sorry,
fine.
Jed.
No, you're all right. You said you rolled like an 11 or something.
11, yeah.
You're kind of almost in sensory overload a little bit. Not too bad, but there's a lot going on, and I can't speak for Jed and exactly the type of person he is when he's in this kind of environment, but you find yourself running your hand across the carvings on the table, the scratched names, and kind of looking over them while you're just kind of listening to the music and everything. And you're just tracing the letters with your hands, and you're seeing different names in their homelands. You're seeing like Rylan of Aldervan, and you're seeing Zorloft of Lexidar, and all these different countries and stuff like that. Some familiar to you and some not. Your finger meets a W and starts tracing it up and down, and the name on it is from Aldervan, same place as you. And you trace it and you look back at it, and the name on it says Willow.
Mm. Willow. I wonder.
And while you're examining this, the waiter comes back and brings you both your drinks, and your food. In front of Daniel, he places a plate with a gargantuan potato sliced down the middle. It's dripping with a vegan-based butter basically, and has a bunch of chives and garlic and onions and things on it. It's loaded up. Smells heavenly. In front of you, Jed, he puts a huge couple of these. They look like real sausages, and they have like grill marks on them and everything. You can tell, like cutting into it and looking at them, that they're like probably has some kind of like a rice and fruit and like other grains and things, maybe some mushrooms. But it has like a maple glaze and like a char on it that looks phenomenal. He also hands you both whiskey, and then for Jed, he also hands you the T&B brew, which is a rich brown and red color. It has a nutty herbal sweetness and finishes with a zesty bitterness of grapefruit. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So you all start chowing down, and Hamill gets his food as well, which I didn't order earlier, but we're going to use our imaginations anyway.
But Artie.
And Artie, yeah, same thing with him. They both order and everything, but everyone starts eating and stuff like that. And the over the next few minutes, as you guys are eating and you kind of make small talk, was there anything in particular you wanted to talk with Hamill or Artie about in any sense?
Hamill, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything dangerous on the road to Silver City? Or anything you?
Well, nothing specific that I know about, but if Squivish put on that map that there's a threat, it could mean several things, really. And God knows how long ago he put that on the map. Perhaps, maybe it's not there anymore. But certainly, if you're going to take that road, I would keep your wits about you and be on lookout just in case. Can't be too careful around these parts.
What you think about, Jed?
I'll ask them something because, okay, yeah, I'll look at the two of Artie and Paul, and I'll. You just said his name, and I can't remember it for the life of me.
Hamill.
Alexander Hamilton. Got it.
I was thinking
So,
more like Mark Hamill, but whatever.
yeah, Mark Hamill. Gotcha. So I'll look at them and I'll say, you have been alive, both of you, for a long, long time, or at least you, Hamill. On this island with this curse, have you ever forgotten things that are maybe not focused on? Like a name.
Well, needless to say, over 100 years, memories do begin to slip. But the ones worth keeping seem to stick around.
And Artie pops in also, and
he goes, I might have an actual idea of what you're talking about, Jen. I myself, I've only been on this island for, well, time is, as we know, hard to keep track of, but not nearly as long as them. Maybe a couple years, a few years, maybe. Long enough to get some feet under me, but there are memories that slip.
From where you were from.
Yeah.
And you'll see Jed trace as he's asking this question, he's tracing this name. And he's tracing this name like he should remember this name.
Mm-hmm.
Like he should know who this is. It's so familiar. But he can't place it. He won't say anything. It's just me monologuing.
Yeah.
But he'll say, things are strange here. They're very strange.
You can say that again.
that again.
It's funny. First conversation we really ever had was in a tavern not too unlike this, maybe a bit smaller. Come a long way since then.
Was so hopeful in the beginning. I still am, but I'm so hopeful that this would be clean and cut. Never did I think or really focus on how many problems would arise. You know,
Oh,
you
let's
could,
just get off the island at that time.
Maybe
Yeah.
so. If nothing else, I know problems are inevitable. Things do pop up, and I mean, I think to pop up is a gross understatement of the way things have gone since we started this journey together.
it makes me fearful to think how long were we actually fighting that giant demon? Was it only once or twice, or was it for days? I can't recall.
Are you referring to in the forest?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
We keep
And
talking about how time has passed and how it's hard to track. And it felt like we were in there for ages, but I can't quite remember how many times. It felt like 3 or 4 times, but is that really how many times we fought it? I mean, we kept starting over and over.
Probably should have asked Peter.
Peter.
I just wanted to get out of there at that time.
and whenever you guys bring this up and we start talking about it, Artie definitely shows a lot in his eyes, just in a split second. And it kind of occurs to you that based on the way you remember that event happening, you seem to remember Artie being an illusion of sorts, being, something like that. But he 100% knows what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Almost like he was there.
Yeah.
All right, Doug. Two things. One, this music. You said it was from my childhood.
Yeah, like just growing up. Yeah, maybe not like early childhood, but like while you were in academy years, like young adult and teenager.
Is it not weird that this place who's it's been stuck in 100 years, basically in the past, would be playing music from a separate time?
It is a little odd. It is a little odd. The one hesitation, if I may, the one hesitation for almost relief, I guess you could say, if that's the right word, for Daniel, would be simply knowing that however isolated and locked this area is, it doesn't seem that it's impossible for people to come in. It seems like leaving is the hard part. I mean, very,
know that.
given reasonable doubts, there's a possibility that just over the years that, Lexidarians have entered since then and just not gotten out. And maybe their songs have outlived them themselves. Does that kind of answer your question a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Good way.
And I meant to say it earlier, but Jed, this is up to you. I mean, as everything really is, within reason. Concerning the name on the table, do you want to roll for that?
To remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think I know what it is, but I don't think I think I like being murky about it as the player, but I also like to think Jed's starting to get murky about things because of how things are going. I'm not muted. Okay, cool. So what do you want to roll? Maybe a history check?
This would
Um,
make sense, I think.
yeah, we can do history.
Unless he's fighting something sort of thing that's blocking his memory.
Nah,
No,
you
okay,
do a
history.
history check.
I got a 19.
Got a 19. As you're tracing, I just thought of something cool. As you're tracing the letters of the script on the table, it takes you back to when you first arrived on the island, when you washed ashore, the cave, the professor, and while you were inside, what does Jed remember?
A girl. And then you'll see Jed. So Jed, yeah. So Jed is like rubbing his head and tracing this thing, and he's like, "Why is this so familiar? This doesn't make any sense." And he's saying that out loud. He's like, "Why? It doesn't make sense. I should know who this is." He's like, "Willow. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We were in a cave for like 8 years together." Oh my
Years.
gosh. Is the server anywhere like walking by?
He's a couple tables away, but
I'll try to get his attention. So I'll be like I won't explain anything to anybody, and I'll just like wave my hand at him, see if I can get his attention.
he walks over. Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Oh, just wondering. I know hundreds upon hundreds, feels like thousands come through here all the time, and in the wood, right? It carved their names and their stories everywhere. But I was wondering, do you usually serve this table?
Depends on the day, really.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was here and took a few days off. May I ask why?
Oh, this name here, Willow, from, did we say Alderman? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll trace. I'll show him. I'll be like, I know who this is. This was a companion of mine a very long time ago. Very long being, and then I'll tell him like a month or however long we've been on the island, or I feel like I've been on the island. We've split up a ways ago, and she seems to have come through here. I was wondering if you've seen her, and I'll describe her to you right now. Here's what she looks like. Have you ever heard of someone like this?
So I regret to tell you, I truly we do see so many people, and
Yeah.
as you can see, there's several names all over these walls and tables. Too many for me to keep track of. I am sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. She would have been a druid, I think. So she would have been very leafy, standoutish, I believe. Side note, wasn't she a druid? She was a druid, right? She was like a druid. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I knew that. I'll be like, if that helps, if it doesn't, that's fine. I understand completely. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Is there anything else I can get for any of you?
No.
Splendid. Just wave me down if you need anything else. And he walks off. And Hamill, witnesses all this and he goes, I can see that on your journeys through this island, you have already come to gain and lose a few friends, it seems.
Yes. It was kind of weird, actually. She helped me out, and I saved her life, and then we got out of a cave together, and then I lost her, and then we parted ways because she was searching for. I don't actually know, but I honestly, to be honest, thought her dead. I didn't think she would have come this far. This is crazy to see her name all the way up here. I've scraped by the skin of my teeth to get here, and it looks like she got here just fine. So it's just good to see, people are still alive.
Well,
Well, hopefully.
may I present this idea? And pardon me, I'm old and not quite as fluent with my vocabulary as I once was, but you seem witty enough, both of you, to understand what I mean. Earlier you spoke of hope running low, being limited. Hope,
And he taps on the table where the writing is.
hope is a carving on a table. It's a memory. It's something that maybe we don't know the before or the after, but we see it and we have to make it what it needs to be in our minds. We don't know what happened to your friend. We may never. But we can hope she's thriving, doing well. I say the same for your quest. We do not know where it's going, but we can hope for the best. And with that hope, we can do better. Aye.
Aye. Thanks.
Of course.
The dryer's done.
Yes, the dryer is done. Classic dryer.
It was agreeing with what you just said.
The dryer goes. So after this conversation, the band on the stage finishes up their last set, and they say, "Well, thank you all of you for listening and for enjoying. Thank you for leaving the tips in the jar down below. Now, before we close the show, we always like to do something a little special. We like to give the folks a chance to interact with the band and really show off your skill. Now, for the entertainment of the people, which of you would like to participate in the game of dueling poets? Dueling poets, any takers, any takers." And at this moment, you look to the side, and Jed in particular, Artie is pointing at you.
No.
And the guy goes, "You sir, you look like you've been volunteered. Come on up, come on up, come on. Everyone, give him a hand."
Oh, fuck. And Jed'll make his way up kind of sheepishly and go, "Okay, yeah, what's going on? Let's do it. What are we doing?"
So Jed gets on stage, and the musician there, he's a human, and he just goes, "No, sir, we are playing a game of dueling poets. Have you ever played before?"
I don't believe I have.
Oh, it's too easy, too easy. Are you of artistic mind and soul?
Yes.
Perfect nomination. Now, first step is this. Pick your opponent. Who would you like to duel against?
Oh, who would I like to duel against? Who's in the crowd?
Well, I mean, there are various strangers. There are, there's a bunch of people. I mean, I can't really narrow them down. Just to make things interesting, though, Daniel, Hamill, Artie.
I believe I'm going to pick one of my friends. And I'll look at Daniel.
Yes.
I'll look at Daniel. And I'll be like, "I can't get shown up by Daniel. I got this." And he'll point out to Daniel and he'll say, "Daniel, could you please escort Artie to the stage to come and, and help me out.
And
Ben's
just
like,
so you know,
thank you.
and just so you know, Artie had the exact reaction I just had. He just bursts out. Golly, okay. And Artie's like, all right. Whew. All right, let's do this.
Let's do it.
He stands to his feet and steps up on the stage next to you and kind of pats your back. Huh, dueling poets. I guess we'll have to see how this goes.
Not well. I'm going to be terrible, Artie. I'm just going to be honest.
And the band guy, he goes, no, before we start, we're going to need one word chosen by the audience. Now, you, sir, I saw that you were picking from your group of friends over there. So, you, and he points to Daniel and goes, you, sir, pick any word you would like. Any word.
Fiend.
Fiend. Very good, very good. Fiend is the word. Fiend, gentlemen. Now, we're going to play this nice and easy. Just have fun with it. There's no real prize or anything like that. Just do your best and have fun with it. So, basically, the premise of this, if you can't guess already, is between Artie and Jed. We will be going basically in a period appropriate spoken word style rap battle, if you will.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You know, like maybe I don't know, maybe four bars each, you know, whatever, you know, just whatever it ends up being, 4 or 5 bars each. And you get points if you utilize the word fiend. Often, Jed in particular, although you aren't familiar with playing the game, you've seen people play it before. You know, growing up in a show business family, it's usually it's just an improv game, really, and usually it is done in a lighthearted diss style of sorts. So yeah, like I said, it's like a period appropriate rap battle of sorts.
Okay.
And just to clarify, I have nothing pre-written for this.
Me neither.
So, just to keep it completely fair, this is truly an improv game.
Okay.
So, if you would like to, can you see the recording timer? Do you guys see that? Is that not on your screens?
2:34:48.
No. Oh wait.
I see 2:20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So okay, cool. So we will do this at 36:50. So in you know, a minute something seconds. Go ahead and write your lines. I would say up to 3 full verses if you have it in you.
I have to admit, I just saw a YouTube video like about a bard off. So
What's that?
I just saw a YouTube video like about a bard off, which is basically just a
did
rap
you?
battle. Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Oh, that was not enough time. Sheesh.
Just keep going, and I'll tell you when
Yeah.
I'm done. I'll be
Okay,
fast.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I just did one verse. I can do more.
I did 2, so 4 and 4. But that just because it ties it together. The whole diss is the full
Yeah.
thing.
You know, and I probably shouldn't have even put like a limit on the words because I honestly used too many. So if you want to expand on them, I can finish my second line, and then if you want to expand yours to make them flow better, you can.
Okay, I got mine. I think mine's gonna be funny. It's like, like when you say a rhyme.
Uh-huh.
This thing rhymes right here. It answers my call. You chicken McNugget. You can't even ball. Like it's that twice.
Yeah.
So that was just random words. But I actually wrote something I think would be kind of funny. So I'm ready when you are.
Okay, let me just finish this line, and then I will be good.
This is so funny. Because we're dissing each other in good fun. So it's
Yes,
fun.
yeah,
It's
of
all
course.
fun.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I did 2 verses. Okay. And Daniel, just so you know, ultimately you are choosing who wins this. Just to clarify.
Daniel.
This is very honest. This is very honest.
Fine.
So the man on stage points to Daniel who goes, "All right, now these are your friends. You tell us who goes first."
Jed, you did choose for Artie to pull up here, but to be fair, Artie put
Artie
you up
chose
here
me
first,
first.
so I believe Artie should go first.
He challenged me.
All right. Artie straightens up and
Oh no.
all right. Let me make sure I'm reading it right.
You're good.
Now, my friend, my pal, let me speak this clean. But when it comes to poet duels, I will slay you like a fiend. When the battle's over, you'll be limping down the halls, but luckily for you, you always have some extra balls.
Oh. That was really good. That was a witty attack, my friend. Mine is uncouth. So I will tell you that whenever I see you, I think of the beast who eats off the ground a slithery feast. Gross as you may be, even though you just cleaned, you are still a hairy and stinky old fiend.
that one felt personal.
That's for calling me up here.
Very nice, very nice. Daniel and Hamill. Bruce, and then there's Cheese. I've been told I'd rather sick. You can call me a disease. You can get down on your knees and pray like a paladin. But I just won this battle. Now I'm throwing the towel in.
Oh no. I didn't. I thought you meant 2 stanzas, not 2 rhymes. I don't have anything.
Granted, I didn't use the word fiend in that, so I didn't get a bonus point for that anyway.
Oh yeah. If you come up with
Let me-
something without the spot.
I can riff. I swear.
Riff.
Let me try it. This is
Do it.
gonna be bad.
Off the books.
Oh, I'm terrible under pressure. Okay.
Okay. This is nothing but pressure.
You throw the towel in. I'd say that is true. For if we fought without you, it would be normal with two. as, as the blows are landed and the cuts felt deep, all you do is stand there and silently weep. That's all here, brother. That can't. I'm sorry. It's just the first thing that popped into my head. I love you, Artie. I'm sorry.
This is him. He is just genuinely he's laughing to the point of tears, and he's just gonna come in and give you a hug. He's just gonna give you a
I'll hug him.
feel
I'll
bad
hug him.
and everything.
I was kidding. I don't actually think you smell bad, dude. I was just.
No, I appreciate that. I try to. I don't go to combat, and so it's kind of like the trade-off.
Hey,
That I usually smell fresher. I try to keep that going for me at least. So. And just to clarify, the whole crowd, they are loving it. They are laughing. They're cheering.
I should be like, I think we all know who won that one.
So, sir, name them. Who won?
I am a paladin. Ooh, no, I can't say it. It's gone. I had a sentence I was gonna say. I have no idea what I was going to say actually. Oh no, it's gone. Sorry, I just rolled a dice randomly and got out to 20. When I don't need it. Huh? Okay.
You wasted a charge.
He's stress rolling.
I'm a paladin who knows justice. And if burning people was a crime, I would have to arrest the winner. Yet.
I'm going to jail.
Put your hands behind your back.
Very
What
good.
are handcuffs?
Awesome. So the audience, they're having a good time. Drinks
That's
are
funny.
being cheered and everything like that. And Jed and Artie take some bows. They really step into their showmanship there. Daniel, while you're at the table, you're cheering on your friends and everything, and you're having a good laugh. A bigger dude with kind of a wrap around his head. He comes around and he's laughing. He has a drink in his hand. He goes, "My oh my, that was quite a poet's duo. What do you think?"
I mean, if I can say anything about my friends, they're good at what they do.
No, I think it's always important for people to have a trusty band of criminals with them, if you will. And it looks like you have a decent one with you, eh?
I wouldn't call any of them criminals per se, but definitely a sneaky bunch.
For sure. Now, what was your name again? I apologize. My name's Jonathan.
I had a fake name.
Have you forgotten your own name? By chance?
It's just
Keep talking.
okay. I'm just
Keep talking. Pulls the sword out.
Pretty much.
What was his name again?
Jonathan.
I didn't.
Jonathan. Yeah.
Do I hear this? Do I hear this and see this?
You and Artie see it, but you can't really hear it over the people yet.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna
This is
as you're. Okay.
Sorry. No, we should be good. It's a town full of criminals. I doubt this is some sort of bounty hunter.
Yeah, maybe.
The name's Daniel.
Daniel,
Yes.
right? Oh, very nice, very nice. Nice to meet you, Daniel. I just had a quick question for you, if you don't mind. Out of sheer curiosity, is this man familiar to you?
Sorry. Darn it.
That's my twin brother. I'm Nathan Allen Daniel.
Easel. That's Daniel Asel.
Everyone roll initiative.
Ah.
As you hear the man say this, and just hold on to your initiatives for a second, I'll get them from you. As you hear this man asking, and he pulls out the paper and he puts it on the table in front of you. Clearly, it's the I mean, you know what it is. That's when from kind of behind him, you notice another guy that is kind of walking out the door. That's kind of built the same way, and he's walking out the door with like a big sack in his arm, and you're kind of like, what's going on there? That's when you glance over to the bar where Xander is no longer there. So go ahead and tell me everyone's initiative, if you will.
Yeah.
I got a 14.
Okay.
That is a natural 7. Okay, it looked like a 1 for a second.
Okay.
So that would be a 6.
You have a -1 to dex.
I have a -1 to initiative.
Okay, let's do that. And we're gonna do. Okay, cool. And I am so sorry. I have to go pee one more time because apparently I'm super hydrated today. I won't even stop recording. I'm just gonna step in real quick. So I will be back.
And I thought it's like, oh, it's a town full of criminals. No way. No way. I should have kept with my gut feeling.
I was about to say, you gotta. What I was gonna do was walk up to you and be like, Michael, how's it going?
I should keep with my gut. Intuition.
Poop. That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll get him.
He still had the 1 poster. Even though oddly enough that the 1 poster has plate armor, and though I don't have plate armor yet, but inconsistent. Don't worry about that.
We'll retcon it and say that you had it at one point or something.
Okay. So, see, got that. Cool. All right. So, was there anything else before getting into this? Questions to ask or anything like that?
Is there anyone else obviously going into this fight and like obviously since this big guy in front of me here, is there like anyone else around me, or do they all just look like civilians who's probably about to run out of the bar?
Everyone else seems to still be focused on the stage and what's happening there.
I see.
Yes. However, Jed and Artie kind of see what's happening there and at your table, and they sort of make out. I mean, they're not new to this, so they kind of like, oh, big guy, small paper in his hand. yeah, something's about to go down.
I would think we'd almost be able to read your body language by now.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of apprehensive, and Jed was like, "Ah, poop."
That being said, we both Artie and Jed glance over to the steps of the stage, and there's another guy actually walking up towards us quite hastily. It seems probably part of the same crew. That being said, the first guy stands up and goes to knock you out with a club, a small club about the size of like one of those fish bats, you know. And he goes to swing. A 14 will not hit though, correct?
No.
All right. So he swings and just and breaks one of the glasses, and foaming beer sprays everywhere. And Hamill gets up and he's like, "Good. Oh no!" And Hamill's up and starts immediately going, "Thunder! Thunder, where are you?" And everyone's turning and they see this fight starting to break out. And everyone starts kind of doing their own thing, backing away, yelling. Some people are fleeing the bar entirely. But that was him. Whenever you're available, Jed, it is your turn next.
All right, it's my turn. What happened? I'm sorry.
The dude went to swing at Daniel, broke a glass, foamy beer sprays everywhere. Hamill notices what's going on and observes that Xander is gone and starts going to look for Xander. And at the sign of a breakout of a fight, people will start yelling and starting to crowd and exit the bar, but it's not happening quickly. There's still a lot of people in there.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a cantrip. I'm gonna do a vicious mockery on the guy who just smashed the table.
Okay.
And continue with the poetry. I will say something along the lines of the broad sign of a barn, something that you cannot hit, but you can hit a table and spray yourself with a thing that would emit. The beer, it covers your face and it makes you weep all night. You think that you will really be able to win this fucking fight?
That's really good.
Poetry actually was one of my like special things for my character sheet, so it's funny.
Nice. That's cool. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, shoot. What does he do in response to? Like,
he has to pass a wisdom saving throw. It's DC 15.
Okay.
And vicious mockery does. I don't know because I didn't write it down, but I had. You know what I mean. Like, give me like 2 seconds. I'll tell you.
It's like 1d4 plus something damage.
Yes.
Or it might just be 1d4.
I'll tell you.
He did not pass. I'll tell you that much.
He did not pass. Awesome.
1d4 psychic damage, and have disadvantage on the next attack roll they make before the end of the turn. Next turn.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that?
He will take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on his next attack roll until before it makes the end. Wait.
Okay.
And have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Cool.
The spell damage is increased by 1d4 when you reach 5th level, so it's 2d4. So I roll 2d4.
Sorry, I thought it was an upcasting spell, but this one's a bard special bard spell.
Yes, so it's 5 damage.
Yep. Very nice.
And then what did you say it does?
He has disadvantage on his next attack until the end of his next turn.
Sweet.
Awesome. All right,
Before the end of his next turn. Cool. Okay.
Nice. Was there anything else you wanted to do with that?
Yeah, that was a bonus action, so I still can attack.
Okay.
And it was a cantrip too, so you could hypothetically cast another spell.
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
Potentially, yes.
technically, you're not supposed to cast 2 spells.
Well, it's cast 2 leveled spells.
I
This is
played
a
with
conversation I've
another.
had with multiple people. Yeah, I've had this
Exactly.
conversation with you. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It's
And
all about what Doug believes.
Yeah. If you're cool with it, I think he could say that and then cast something. But I'm not going to cast anything yet. I'm going to actually
Yeah.
draw my sword and I'm gonna get my stab.
You're going for a stab.
Yeah, it's a rapier, so I think it's.
Now this is keeping in mind the dude at
Oh, you know
Daniel's
what?
table. He's without of your stab range. I would say he's probably about 25 feet away. But the guy coming up onto the stage, he's within your range. He's
Oh,
on
okay.
Texas. So do you just want to attack him?
Yeah. We'll just say
Okay.
I'll defend him, so we're not adding to the current fight behind us.
Yeah.
And before I do that, of course, I'll look at Artie and be like, "I was kidding about the fighting stuff. Love you." And then I'll start.
Consider that bridge burned. It's all right.
Yeah, stop now. So I'll attack that guy, and I'll it's 1d8 plus dex, and then damage. Got it. Okay.
Did we get our spell slots back from last session?
Huh?
We get our spell slots back from last session.
That's a good question. This technically takes place in the same day.
Yeah.
Like,
so no.
Yeah,
So
we did technically. I think you let us level up. I think.
I did let you level up. So if something came with that, then that's fine.
I mean,
but yeah.
Usually with level up, you cannot level up until you like take a long rest because then it's weird.
Okay.
It's extremely weird.
That's
Technically we weren't supposed to level up.
Well, we'll say that. I mean, you guys know me. Whatever you think would be the best accuracy to our situation, it is in the same day, but I should have leveled you up at the beginning of the last session. Like you guys should have started that leveled up. So
It's a very weird situation.
yeah, it is a weird situation. Just because it is in the same day, just because of that, I'm gonna say no refreshing the spell slots. But next time we play, it'll be a different day, and we'll be back. Is that fair?
Yeah, because I don't know if my health was at. Actually, I don't think I even took damage.
Can we say we took a short rest?
That's fine. That's fine. We can say at the house, earlier.
We took a short rest and we ate. So let's say we're full health, and we used a short rest. So Daniel can probably get 1 spell back, right?
That's not
what?
That's not only certain classes get spells back from short rests, like warlocks.
Yeah. Well, I thought you could take your guidance or whatever.
My guidance. You're right. I never used. No, I did use my guidance. When do I regain my guidance? It's not my turn anyway, so we should be good for now.
Okay. Well, then I'll go ahead and roll a d20 to hit.
Okay.
Rolled. That's a good thing I have so much going for me. I got a 12. I rolled a 5.
So you go to lunge and stab at this guy, and all the excitement of the outbreak, as every movie and show does, the band is jamming out, and they're playing music in the background just because that's what they do. The guy just kind of pivots out of the blade's way, and your blade perfectly stabs a mandolin as the guy is playing it, and it doesn't hurt the guy, but it goes straight in. He's like, oh, like that. So it was a miss.
Sorry, and I'll pull it back out. Okay, so I missed.
My mandolin.
All right, cool. That's my turn then.
Okay, cool. So the
Right.
So the guy up there with you and Artie he's gonna return the favor, or he's gonna try to. Unfortunately for him, leading up to this particular mission, he has had one too many drinks. He goes to swing at you, like just put his whole shoulder into it, not realizing how close he is to the edge of the stage. He swings at you, his heels just, and he and crashes onto a table behind. Holy cow! And deals himself damage. I need a D6. Yep. So he falls down and hurts his bum. Do that. Okay. Well, that was easily avoided then. And that being said, Artie draws his sword and looks to you, Jen. He goes, "You think you can handle this one by yourself?" All right. Awesome lines, by the way. I really like those. And he hops down and runs over to Daniel, where his guy is at, and leaps up on the back of a chair, tilting it and stabbing with his sword, getting a 19 to hit. Dealing him. Let me double check. Yep, you got a sword. Cool. That's not right. Okay. Okay, awesome. When he goes up and lunges the sword, he sticks the dude in the shoulder and already kind of like rolls out of it, and the guy goes and yells out. Can we not do that phone? Anyway, but yeah, Artie pops up and speaks to you, Daniel. He just goes, "You don't mind making this a dance for two, do you?"
I don't mind.
All right, let's do this. And he switches his sword around. That being said, that guy gets up, brushes his shoulder off, and takes a let me do this. Let me roll that. Cool. Okay. He takes a glass off of the table and he chucks it at your head, Daniel. I know what he rolled is not going to hit, though, so it wishes past you and shatters on a halfling that was trying to run out the door, knocking him out cold onto the floor. And he goes, "Oh, sorry, little man." So that happened. These aren't the most skilled fighters, as you can tell. Bringing that back, Matthew, we're back to you.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Are we not?
Wait, where did I go?
Oh, no, you're right. You're so right. I goofed that up entirely. Okay, yes. I'm so sorry. I scribbled down everything, and then I put you and Artie next to each other and goofed it. Okay, so yes, you go ahead. It is your turn.
Okay.
I'm going to even rewrite that so I'm not being dumb.
All right. So yeah, short rest does give me back my channel divinity. So like, I'm glad I looked that up. I do still have that. I gave my first level spell slash back. It wouldn't be too bad of a fight. Let me look that up. Sorry. It's a lot of new things I got at level 5. So
For sure. That's what happened. Okay.
all right. So look at that spell too.
No one cares.
All right. So, gonna look this man in front of us.
Mhm.
I know you've already started this, but just know what you're getting that bounty alive.
Well, I've got a few bills to pay. I think it's worth my time.
You brought this upon yourself. I'll point at him and cast Hellish Rebuke. We're gonna need a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
I don't know how.
What does he need to get?
I'm not entirely sure. Give me the number that he got.
Charisma modifier.
No modifier.
No, charisma I was talking to Ben. Charisma modifier plus 10.
Well, no, this is from my race, not my being paladin.
Oh, never mind.
Yep.
Well, he got a nat 20.
Oh, well, that's
Oh,
passes. What?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
there's-
nat 20.
There's no way my DC's past 20. So
Okay, yeah, I was
he
gonna
still takes
say.
half. He still takes half damage. That'll be 2d10.
72.
2d10.
Yep, that'll be.
Let's do this, and we'll do.
That'll be 11. So 6 or 5.
Oh, you're rolling it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what is it?
It was an 11, so half that how you went.
Okay.
Yeah, when you do half, do you do the upper half or the lower half when it's
I
odd?
think it's lower half. I don't remember if you round up or round down.
All right. Awesome. And what does that look like whenever you do that?
You see him point at him as these hellish flames just start like swirling around him and start burning him slightly.
Mhm.
As he obviously resisted of sorts, but he still singes some of him.
Yeah, for sure. And when you cast it, like you said, the flames kind of like envelop him a little bit. You smell burnt hair in the air as his, arm hair and eyebrows and stuff get singed really, really well. Following that, was there anything else on your turn you wanted to do?
Second check. Figure out what that is a action. So I can cast that later. I should be good.
Okay. All right. And just so everyone knows, because like I said, I kind of scribbled down the initiative wrong on my end and everything. It would be Artie's turn. I'm going to. I'll pretty much leave it up to you guys if you want him to go ahead and go, but it would be Artie, then the other bad guy. No, excuse me. It would be Artie, then it would be the bad guy that we're fighting, me and Daniel. Then it would be Matthew, then it'd be Daniel's bad guy, and then back to Daniel. So like I said, I just kind of like screwed that up, so that's my bad. However,
I mean, the things that happened beforehand could still happen. It's just
yeah.
So I say we could speed back around to Jed's turn.
Okay. All right. That works for me. So we'll just do Jed. We'll do E2. Then we'll do Daniel. E1. We'll just do it that way. And if it ends up being weird, then we'll just change it again. All right. So yeah, we're going over to Jed's turn. Jed, while you are looking at this guy who has gotten up and is starting to climb back onto the stage and is kind of wobbly and everything, you see the orange glow of fire in the background as Daniel casts Hellish Rebuke, right? Hellish Rebuke. And when this happens, you're rather impressed that the other foe isn't crumbled entirely because of the heat. However, you also notice that the sprinkles of multiple types of alcohol on the floor in the background have now caught fire, and fire is creeping its way along the floor and the chairs and tables ever so slightly, and starting to get bigger and bigger as smoke begins collecting on the ceilings of the bar. So Jed, it is your turn.
I'm going to. I'm just gonna keep my 1-2 punch. First, I'll say fire, and then I'll.
When you say that, everyone's like, "Ah!" and they start running out. Like people are jumping out the windows now, so it's nearly empty in there.
I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna do the vicious mockery on the one in front of me, the one that I am engaging in, and then it'll sound something like, "You've fallen flat on your face. That's what you've just done. You're too stupid to know it, but I've already won." And then I'll go in for an attack, but I'll go ahead and roll that. He just needs to DC 15. I think it was a wisdom.
Wisdom.
I think so. Yeah.
Wisdom
It's
save.
9.
That's 4 damage, psychic damage, and then I go in for an attack.
Okay.
I got over a 20. I'm not going to count the rest. Does a 20 hit at the very least?
Yeah.
Okay. I get 19, 22. I got a 21. Excuse me. So that's what I rolled.
Okay.
Hits. I'm gonna do a D8. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 damage.
Nice. Cool. You just stab him again?
I'll slash him across the cheek as Inigo Montoya style.
Yeah, I was gonna say he gets up and he's like wobbling around, and you say the line. He's like, huh! And then you, and you get him just 2 lines on his cheeks.
Very painful.
Very, very painful. Now, after Jed, we do the bad guy with me and Daniel. If I'm looking at the new initiative I wrote correctly. So he steps out and he's like kind of smoky still from all the fire and everything. And whenever the flames hit him, he dropped his club, but now he's resorted to just grabbing a chair and swinging it at Daniel. Missing again. Shattering the chair. Man, these guys suck, but that's okay. But yeah, he misses there, and he kind of lifts the table just to create a barrier between you guys. And I grunted, but it's not hard for him. He just lifts the table and kind of creates a little barrier between the two of you. Following that, Daniel, it is you again.
There's a table between me and the guy I was fighting?
Yes.
There wouldn't happen to be anyone working on that fire, is there?
What's that?
There wouldn't happen to be anyone working on that fire, is there?
A way to put out the fire?
Yeah, is anyone trying to put out the fire?
No one's trying to put out the fire. It's mostly like there's like 2 or 3 people still trying to get out the doors. But for the most part, it's an empty bar now, and the flames are getting bigger. They're a significant size.
All right. here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Warding Bond onto Artie. So his AC is gonna be risen by 1. Gonna regain resistance to all damages, and any damage that he takes, I will also take.
Wow. Okay.
And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be like, uh, hold on off for a bit. I'm gonna stop this fire. I'm gonna run to like the kitchen to look for some water.
Okay. Awesome. No, what's your speed? It's like 30.
It's 30. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say that for your full move, you can make it into like behind the bar, counter itself, and you do see a couple tubs of like dishwater that's back there with some dishes and everything. Was that your second or third action?
I've only cast a spell and moved, so I mean, I was going to look for my third action, but you just told me about the water. So
Oh, okay.
would you allow me to attempt to put out the fire with the water as my third action?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay. Do I need to roll, or is that just a thing I'll be doing?
Because of the size of the fire, let's do. I'm gonna kind of rig up something. Okay, we can do this. Roll a D4 for me.
I got a weird D4. It's like a thing.
Ooh, cool.
It's not a pyramid. It's a. That would be a 1.
That'd be a 1. Okay. So you splash it, and it goes kind of arches over the bar counter and splashes onto the ground. And a good chunk, I'd say about 25% of the burning area singes out. The majority of it is still, climbing and everything, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was good. So that was all for Daniel. The guy up there with you, Matthew, he goes for it again, using, he actually reaches over and grabs the same dude's mandolin, because the guy by now has dropped it and has run off. So he grabs it and he swings at you. Misses with a 9, though. When he misses, he kind of spins to where his back is kind of facing you. So there is that for you. And that's kind of where I'll leave him. Artie is over there with you, or no, Artie is over at the table with the other guy, and he attempts to kind of slash over the table at the guy, but the table catches him right here, and just kind of grazes some of the clothes that he has and leaves a cut in his clothes. Not doing too much else. Excuse me. Artie shouts over to Daniel and says, "Is there anything you need me to do from over here?"
I mean, just hold him out unless you can see a better way to put out the fire.
Well, if I find a way to work up quite a urination, I'll let you know. It was something. Anyway, so there's that, and we are going to do. Where is? Yes. All right. Coming back to Jed, the fire is growing greatly now, and it is actually doubled in size. It's climbing the walls, and now parts of the ceiling are starting to creak, and some of the beams overhead are as flecks of sparkling embers start to drip down. Jed, what you doing?
Okay. Small campfire. So it's about 5-foot cube. I'm going to I'll have looked over hopefully and seen that, and heard the put out the fire stuff. And I don't want this place to burn down personally. So, prestidigitation. I'm gonna cast prestidigitation. I can't put all the fire out, but I'm gonna work on it. It says a small campfire. I think a small campfire would take up like a little, like a little cube area. So I'm gonna start working on that as I'm fighting. So for a bonus action, I'll put out a spot of fire where it's like growing hard. I'll put that out, and just kind of look over where it's almost climbing up the wall in a corner or something, and I'll put it out only in that small area, and then I'm gonna turn and attack the guy. I'll poke him in the butt because he's next to me. I'm just give him a good old.
Before you roll for your attack, just because, like I said, I'm kind of rigging up my own little formula of it. Roll just roll a d6 for your prestidigitation, because I'm pretty much rolling the growth of the fire as it happens, and you guys, as if you're trying to extinguish it, you're kind of rolling against it.
Okay, I rolled a 6.
Okay. Ooh. Nice. So yeah, that took it down a good bit. And a lot of the area kind of like swirls and then extinguishes. I would say it's less than what it was before. It just like doubled. So it's actually gotten down quite a bit. It's still a decent fire though.
Yeah.
So much better though. Much better.
All right. I will attack 30, 40, 50, 60. Got a 20.
Sheesh. Yep, that'll do it. What you doing?
D8. That's an 8, 9, 10. 10 damage. Well, wait. 13 damage. Excuse me. It's plus 5, not plus 2.
Awesome. And are you slashing? Are you stabbing? Are you
stabbing him in the butt?
Stabbing him in the butt. So yeah, he's turned to you and you stab him in the gluteus maximus, and he just and he like drops to his knees, and it's like, never stabbed me in the butt. And he just turns to you, and he has a look of betrayal on his face, like like that felt personal to him. But yeah, so that was a good one. Was there anything else you wanted to do, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay. All right. So the guy over with Artie, he attempts to grab the table and shove it at Artie to kind of like ram him. When he grabs it, he kind of and it goes up and just tilts for a second, and then it comes back down and lands right on his foot, and just he goes and deals himself a d4 minus 1 to damage because he's an idiot. So there is that. Daniel, we're back to you.
All right. I'm gonna cast bless on all three of us.
Okay.
So be when you make either an attack roll and a saving throw, Jed and Artie, remember this. You also roll a d4 with it.
Awesome. You said attack roll?
Attack or saving throw.
Attack or saving throw. Awesome. Okay. Cool. Appreciate that.
I also have it, but I can target 3 people, so just in case I need it, I target myself with it also. Just saying it out loud. All right, then. You said there was multiple dishwaters, or was there just the one?
There was 2.
All right, I'll attempt to throw the next one over onto the fire.
All right, and then what did I have you roll before? Was it a D4 or D6?
You did have me roll a D4 last time, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a D4.
That would be a 4.
A 4.
Nice.
You chuck the water over, and like a misty fog envelops the area, and the fire has been extinguished. So excellent job. Now that was that your second action?
Yeah. So my movement.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna well, yeah, I'll just say I'm just gonna walk over back to the guy who's just first started this. You must cause the burning down of this fine establishment. I think some justice is in order, and I'll be able to attack him, but I'll have my sword drawn right next to him.
For sure. Nice. All right, and let's see. The guy with the sword in his butt manages to. He talks to Jed. He's like, I really don't feel so hot. If you could just give me just a quick minute, if you wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate it. I'm in a lot of pain right now. Oh. Oh. That really hurt. That's when he pulls a dagger out of his pocket and he stabs at your foot, Jed, with an 18.
Oh, that just hits.
Okay.
No, wait, there is just cutting words. Yeah, you gotta remember cutting words.
I do have cutting words.
Okay, so does that mean it's disadvantage?
Well,
Hey, no, I'll tell you what it means. I'll tell you. I'm sorry.
Okay. No,
Matthew has to
no.
remember. You can let him use it because you forgot about it, but Matthew's got to remember to say it before he learns the dice.
Yeah, so you still hit. It still hits, but
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just reminding Matthew that he has cutting words.
For sure.
that is so funny. Okay, yeah, I got you. All right, cool. And you know what's funnier? It's I can roll a D8 for Bardic Inspirations, and that's a D8. Whatever I get on that D8 minus that roll.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
It is.
He stabs the dagger into your foot and deals you 5 damage.
Cool. Ouch.
Ouch indeed. He goes, you stabbed my favorite butt, now I stabbed your foot. We're square. I don't know what a favorite butt is, but he stabbed it. So, we come back to Artie at the table with the other.
Did you roll an extra D4?
What's that?
When he attacks, roll an extra D4 to increase it to.
Yeah. Thank you. Using the man being distracted with the table that has landed on his foot, he manages to roll a successful attack with his sword, slicing again, right counter to the first slash that he made on him. And he deals. Hold up. And then with the 4. Oof.
Well, no, it's not the damage.
Huh?
It's attack roll, not damage roll.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that was the attack roll?
Yeah, it's +4 to the attack roll, not the damage.
Oh, okay. So, awesome. Let me just redo that because I forgot what that was anyway. Okay, do that. All right. So yeah, he slashes and he knocks him down another 4 damage. And just cuts him across the chest. And the guy's like, ah! You guys are starting to get on my nerves. Now, as this happens, you hear Hamill come into the building. He goes, boys, they took Xander. And I think the police are coming. We need to get out of here. What's up? Oh, mercy. Do you need help?
To make this go faster, yes.
Whose turn is next?
It would be yours.
Okay, as he says that, can I step into my turn and do something?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to look where the other guy is. I'm going to do 3 things. Guy's here, stab me in the foot. There's probably a chair or something next to me, right? All right, so just work with me here. I'll see him. He'll say that. I'll nod as soon as he says cops coming. I'll look at him, the guy in front of me, and I'll look at the guy behind. I'll put a chair aiming towards the guy that's behind me, right? Like right at him. And I'll back up to where, it kind of makes sense, just a bit. So I'll dig my foot out, take a step back, put the chair down, look at the guy in front of me, and I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. So he'll look at me, and I'll point at him, and I'll say, "You shouldn't have stabbed me. That wasn't very nice." And
He just
then
goes,
Chair.
blue
"Oh."
power comes out, and so the chair gets pushed, thrown. I don't know if you want me to roll for it or not. I'm trying to get the chair to go across and hit the guy behind me, and then do that in front of me. I'm gonna cast this at 3rd level, so it's 3d8.
Okay.
And then they just have to succeed on a failed save, a creature takes 2d8. So it's a Constitution saving throw for the one in front of me.
Okay.
And then on a failed save, he takes my damage and then is pushed 10 feet away. And then to make sure he's.
Sorry,
What's
I
up?
was gonna say that's for both of them because you're doing the chair thing.
Yeah, pretty much. So do a con
Okay.
save, and then I'm going to. Before you tell me what he rolls, I'm going to use cutting words and say, "You're gonna miss." You're not gonna survive this one, buddy. And I'm gonna roll a d8, so 5 minus whatever he rolled, the guy in front of me.
Oh, okay. So that's to his roll that he just made.
So his saving throw, whatever he rolled, -5.
And what was the challenge rating?
Yes, it has to beat a 15.
With the -5, he got 15.
Oh man. So he
Yeah.
just passed. Okay,
Passes,
cool.
Yeah.
And then so he takes half damage. So let's do the damage. That's gonna be
Okay.
3, 4, 40. Okay. 40 what? Yeah, 48.
Yeah. I was wondering that quick question. Doug, how do you want to do how the chairs the chair obviously is gonna go to get flown into the other guy, but how do you want to do that?
So for that, and I'm open to suggestions as always. Part of me wants to say it would be kind of like a dex of some kind.
I was
If we could-
thinking this. What if I roll a d2, so flip a coin to see if it hits or not, or goes in his direction. If it doesn't, it just flies across the room. If
Okay.
I get it, you pick the heads or tails, and I'll tell you what I get. And then I'll roll like I'm attacking with it with just dex. So like plus my dex to hit, and then if it hits, then you decide damage. How damages work. Does that sound fair? So I have to roll 3 times. I have to succeed 3 times.
Sure, why not?
All right.
All right, so I'll roll a d2, so it's 50-50 if I hit or not. Right?
What's hit? Then?
So
It'd be 2.
so call it heads or tails, and I'll press it.
Tails.
So I'm gonna 2 is heads, tails is 1.
Right.
I missed.
Okay.
I missed. So it just flies across the
All this effort for this.
So how much damage did you do with the first guy?
8 damage because it was 16 in total.
Okay.
So half damage, and he's not pushed anywhere.
All right. So you cast this.
Yeah.
And although it didn't go quite according to what you were planning, you blast him. He and flies back a little bit, taking the brunt of the damage pretty directly to the face. The boards on the stage kind of crack and shudder under him with the force of it. The chair goes flying out, does not hit the other guy, but flies out and hits a window and breaks out. And when the window breaks from the outside, you can hear the slight clang, 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 clang of police horses.
Okay. I will then, because that was a bonus action. Okay. So what I'll do is use yeah, my action, and I'll tell the others, lead them to chase. We need to get out of here, and I will turn and dash out if I have to.
Okay. That works. That works. We can say you dash out.
Grabbing Hamel on the way out, like.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And he just says, thank you, thank you. As he's older, he can't move as fast as he used to. The guy with Artie, in response to all the pain he's in right now, he's finding it hard to get his strength together, but he gets the table off of him finally. And he starts running actually at you and Hamel, Jed.
Can I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
Also, I would suggest Artie also.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 100%. So I mean, really, that is his action. He's ditching you guys and trying to go for it. And Daniel, it is your turn.
All right. So my attack of opportunity attack will be a 13 on die, 16 hit.
Wait, what's that? I'm sorry.
16 to hit.
Oh, yes.
All right. I won't smite this one. Just do regular. No smiting this time.
Oh, just.
So that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. 10 slashing.
10 damage.
Be like, I thought I was your bounty. As it goes to my turn.
Good line. And describe to me the attack.
As he runs away, I'll just like slash him across very similar as I'm just gonna say I've done this before. Just slashing at his legs, try to get him to stop him from running away.
Gotcha. I mean, you certainly managed to hit him, and because of that, he kind of stumbles over himself, and he's on his feet and his hands moving, but his speed reduced. He's no longer in active pursuit. So that was a good move. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Well, that was my attack of opportunity because he tried to run away.
Oh, that's true.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And I'm gonna yeah, okay. Look at that, his charisma. Look at that. DC's 14. Okay. So, and I'm going to be like, you guys run away out the front. I'll go out the back, and I'm going to cast Darkness and Thaumaturgy once a cantrip. So, and so the Darkness is going to stop everyone from seeing, and the Thaumaturgy is going to make footstep sounds like it's running into the back, like towards like wherever that is.
Okay.
And I'm actually just going to be going towards the front.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay, I like that. As darkness it's just like a blink and then like pitch blackness. By this time, Jed and Hamel are. I mean, like when it goes dark, because you don't have dark vision, do you, Jed?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. I was gonna say even if you don't, you guys were just close enough to the door to be able to make it out. The two guys that are in there are like, "Hey, who turned out the light? I can't see a thing!" And they're just kind of yelling amongst themselves, kind of lost with the sounds of the steps running around them. But that being said, I dare to say this would be a good go ahead to say that you guys do get out of the tavern and get out to the front. While you're out there, Hamel directs you guys to kind of slip behind some barrels in an alleyway. And he says, "No, listen, I'll take care of Xander. I'll find him. I think I know where they may have taken him. You two need to get out of here. You can't stay the night in my house. The police will find you."
Do you know where you're headed next?
Yes.
Upper City.
Understood. You know how to contact me if you ever need me.
Yes.
Good.
With cheese.
Yes.
Oh, we bought a second bird.
With cheese.
This is why we bought cheese.
No. You two. Oh, excuse me, you three. Audie, I forgot about you.
That happens all the time.
All right. Take the back roads, go over the hill, and get out of the city. I'll take care of the police. And one last thing before you go. Take care of my boy.
Will do.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
And he turns and goes off into the street, and you two turn and take off in the opposite direction through now the dark alleyways leading up the back of the hill out of the city. That is where we'll end it for tonight, as we know. And so picking up next time. So like I said, well, first of all, how was it for you guys? Was it Future Gang?
It was awesome.
It's definitely fun. Yeah.
Cool. I definitely, it was paced a lot differently than they have been, so I wanted to make it for the most part lighthearted, if that's the right word for it. I don't know if it's lighthearted, but you know. So cool. I'm glad you liked it. So we will plan on Sunday the 28th. So next Sunday, not this upcoming Sunday, and we'll wait for Jaden to get back with us about what time works for him. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas, thoughts about anything?
Not really. I mean, I think that went pretty well. I don't really have any. I don't really have anything to say. I just think that went pretty well.
Yeah, it went well. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Good. I applaud you guys for stopping the fire, because I didn't know if you guys were going to do that or not, but it worked out. You did it.
Didn't want
Listen.
the place to burn down.
Listen, even the it doesn't matter who started it. The problem is it was put out. So
Exactly.
Very true.
And there's two weirdos hanging around with a whole bunch of broken stuff
and he is sizzling.
At-
So who knows?
at the bar, and we got our boy Hamill to cover for us. So
yes,
I
Ammo.
think
Yeah, Ammo's is
I-
definitely extremely trustworthy to the cops.
I think we will be able to come back and be like, "What's up, guys?"
I really wanted to leave some gold on the counter to like pay for the damages, but I completely
So did
forgot about
I.
it.
No, I was thinking about it too, but I also Jed was thinking this fight would end with like a stop, but then as soon as the cops were heading the way, I was like, "Crap, we can't be barred from another town. We cannot be seen here. We have to go." That's why I was like, "Cast Thunderwave, just blow everything up and make it insane, and then run, and then leave these two guys dazed and confused, and then Hamill show up and be like, they started fighting."
Fair enough. Awesome. Well, I had a good time, and just because I like doing this kind of stuff, the last thing I'll say is kind of more like a post-credit scene, if you will. When you guys get out of Reftil, just over the first like big hill, still within the province of Reftil and everything. The place that you decide to rest for the night, because when we come back we will be rested. We'll be good. You guys decide to settle down in actually a local graveyard for the night. It's nothing extravagant, nothing too big, but it's just, a field of headstones. And you guys sit down for the night and get a small bed of embers going. Not quite a fire, because you're not trying to draw attention and everything like that, but you get something to give you some warmth for the night and set up. You got your birds, and as you both lay kind of looking at the stars on this particular night, you kind of drift off thinking about just everything that you've talked about today, all the memories that have come up, and all the planning to be pursued in the future. And as in your brain, if you're just visualizing it, if you will, if you zoom out, the two of you are laying, and it's next to one large headstone, and the on the headstone itself, the writing on it says something along the lines of, "Here lies Orog, beloved father, wonderful performer, strongest of men." And that is where I will leave it. I'm not sure if that's even going to mean anything to you guys or click with you guys, but the strongest of men should be the key line in that. So yeah, that's where we'll leave it for tonight. But anyways, it is late. I have to be up very early, but thank you guys for playing. I had a good time. I had a great time. I miss you guys. I've been one of my coworkers at work, also a D&D player. He wants to join us sometime. And
Skype.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna talk about one thing.
Yeah.
I think that we should sit down on a side, like on a day where we have a little bit of free time, even if it's just a little bit, and we should look into just to make it smoother, way smoother. Look into Roll20. Ben's been saying it, but I think the reason we should, and I agree with Ben, I've been playing with another group on Roll20. Even if we don't have big fancy like settings, even if it's just a grid where the red dots are the bad guys and the green guys are the good guys, and you can put your name there. I think we should sit down one day, all three of us, and if Jane can get with us, sure. Maybe like sometime this week, sometime on a weekend when we got like an hour or two. And I think Ben, you have more experience with it, don't you?
Yeah.
I have never been the D&D, like the DM part of it, right? I've only done the part of it where I'm the player, so I know how to navigate it as a player. It's not hard. I think it's free. The basic stuff is, so I think it would be beneficial.
Yeah.
Because you could get on the map and draw, this is where he's attacking from, or you could put the person. I think it would just help you, Doug.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
where we can still record. It'll be like smaller, but the little box on the corner, and we can play and move our characters. If you guys, are you guys for that?
Visual aid absolutely helps. Yeah, I'm down
Well,
for
it
that.
takes out some of the like like forgetfulness too, right? So as soon as you put the order in, you see that order, you hit next.
It's turn order, and what also will help is we can put everyone's character into Roll20. So, and like if any of us has any questions specifically about a certain Youngblood's character, you can just look into it yourselves or something, and you can help him find it on this character sheet.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah,
I just think that it would make it smoother for you, Doug, because you do your pen and paper, that's fine. I just think that sometimes when we're sitting here going, oh, what was it? Can I do this? And when you do it on Roll20, you literally click, boom, there it is. Roll down, up, there it is, bam, I know what I'm doing. And it's like all on like right here. Instead of going, shit, which is way easier to do in person when you're sitting at a table with everybody, with a piece of paper. But like I've noticed that over Skype, combat could be better if we knew, like, hey, can I move 25 feet? And then you as the DM, you're having to keep up with, okay, the enemy's here and this guy's here, and I think you're 25 feet. Yeah, you were 25 feet, right? And it's nothing bad on you. It's just like
I hear you. You're good.
I think it would roll out smoother for all of us.
I agree.
So if you're up for that, we should do it.
Yeah. So my days off this week are Wednesday and Thursday. So yeah, Wednesday and Thursday this week, and next week Monday and Tuesday. So, if you guys wanna hop on a call or whatever about that soon, I'm down for that. Whenever I get my next paycheck, I would like to go ahead and buy myself a laptop, so I can actually use. I'm using my tablet right now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
this laptop would definitely be useful because the Roll20 app's not too good, honestly.
I've never seen the Roll20 app.
It's not the best. It's the app's not the best. If you can get a laptop, I always thought your camera's really good. Like I'm on a laptop, my camera's terrible. I thought you were on a laptop.
No, just tablet. But no, yeah, we can do that, and y'all just let me know if any of those 4 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, and Tuesday, if any of those work for you guys
I should be good.
collectively.
I don't know about Matthew, but I should be good.
Okay.
I should be good. Well, you want to do it's Wednesday, Thursday. I'm gonna have to do it on the night. You know, I work days,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it would
I mean,
have to be like maybe like Monday, Tuesday. Maybe Monday night since you're off Tuesday. I'm not trying to stay up until like midnight, you know, but
Oh
like
no, I mean
No.
it wouldn't.
just get the basics out of the way, you know, like let's figure this out. So why don't we do one sec?
be good.
So so the 22nd, right?
Yeah.
The 20.
That's Monday night.
Yes, 22nd.
Sweet. So why don't we do Monday night since you're off and you don't have to wake up super early. You don't have to worry about like going to bed
That works.
early. So we can get on at like 7:30, 8 and just talk about it and get it out. Because I have an account, Ben has an account.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
sure. So we can get you an account and then figure out what to do from there. Just to make it smooth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it on my calendar. So awesome. Yeah, I'm down
Nice
for
week.
that.
Awesome.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for playing. And yeah, so I will chat with you guys hopefully Monday, and then we will play again the following Sunday.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
See
All right,
y'all.
y'all. Have a good
Yeah.
night.